Hey guys, the new creator here. Thanks for tuning into this new series that we're about to start here. Now, before we start the series, I just want to give you a quick rundown of what it's going to be like and a quick description. I should be using the tripod. Sorry, I'm shaking a little bit here. I'm not, this is why I use a tripod, so I'm not like, oh, that probably made it worse. You know what? You're gonna have to look up at me. I'm sorry. For those of you that don't like to look up at people, I'm sorry. But listen up. So this new series is gonna be about it's gonna be a storytelling series, and it's gonna be like um, let me think. It's gonna be like think. I had this all planned out in my head, and now it just went because of the whole. I should have used a tripod thing. Let me put this on a tripod. I don't like this. Okay, this is probably a lot better for you guys. Um, Other than the glare from my glasses, computer. What am I watching? What am I watching? What am I watching on YouTube? Try to guess what it is. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments. That's a free shout out right there. If you can guess what I'm watching on YouTube from what my glasses show you, you deserve a shout out. Those are some good eyes, and I don't think you can see it though. Good luck with it. You had your chance. So here's what this new series is going to be about. It's going to be a storytelling series. It's not going to be recorded on the camera though. Use I'm going to use a laptop for this storytelling series. And while I do that, I'm going to also be adding in a little, very little animations, so you can kind of get a visual of it, but not a big visual of it just yet. So it's going to be like that, and it's going to be storytelling of how I would be like on a show. Now, for the first few episodes, well, not few, it's probably going to be a lot more than a few, but for the first episodes, well, we can call it the first series, the first season. For the first season, it's going to be shows that are mainstreamed right now, and like talk shows. They can be TV shows, like TV series. Like, what would I do as a special guest or something? Either way, it has to be special guest. I would show you guys like what I would want to do in that show or series, and how I would be, what kind of character I would be, or what I would talk about in those talk shows, or stuff like that. So we're gonna do that. First season though is going to be mainstream shows. Why? Because honestly, I'm kind of hoping that who knows, a TV host or director might see it and they're like, that's a good idea. Let's have that actually. Let's try that out. And who knows. But then after season one, it's going to be like in the next season of this series, it's going to be me telling stories the same way, but instead of using mainstream shows that are being aired now, I'll be using past shows that have stopped being aired, because there's a lot of TV shows I really like that have been stopped being aired. So, like, yeah. So that's what the series is going to be about. Sit back, relax, and listen to this first one I'm about to tell. You know what? I'm going to do a very interesting show idea for this one. It's actually going to be the Conan show, Conan late night show. I have to get these titles correct. It's like you can look it up and be like, that's not what it's called. My bad, my bad. let's let's see how this goes. I think I'll. Hey everyone. So I know that is my microphone hooked in? No, it's not good. Okay, it's good because I can use a laptop microphone instead of worrying about that microphone's laying on the floor right now. um, since since like if I went on a TV talk show, I really wouldn't have nothing to talk about. I mean, I never published a book. I never. published a film. I never acted in any film just yet for any of that. So like what we're gonna do is like I'm gonna come up with a skit idea. You know, like I would be one of those characters that he brings onto the show with a skit idea. Such as that, like how he uses his assistant, no, not uses, but how he asks his assistant and I think his producer for help. The chick and the guy, I forget their name. I think her name's Ashley, and then the guy's name is Jordan. But yeah, so we'll have like a skit idea, what kind of skit that I would be in for that show. So here we go. Okay, so like here's what would happen. I think my skit I would do this. I would dress up as a chef. I would play as a chef, and then I'd be like, yeah, I got the best recipes, and I have this uh, series called Getting Baked. So that would happen, and then I would try to show Conan some good recipes, but I would be saying like, oh, these are the healthiest recipes that you can make, and then I would be like, yeah, we'll start off like this. I'll be like, something funny, really funny. It's really good, something simple to make, a sandwich. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make a sandwich, a good sandwich, and then I'll be like trying to open the bread or something, and I'll have problems just doing that. And so Conan would have to be wondering, is he on something or what? And then I would I would place the two pieces of bread down, getting ready to make a sandwich. I'd pull out a bunch of sandwich toppings, probably like 5 to 6 sandwich toppings, and then I'd just take one of those toppings and then I'd pull something out that cut up an apple, make it thin slices, and then place it on the bread, and then I'm like, oh crap, wait, I forgot the peanut butter. And, so I have to take the apple pieces off the bread, and at this point I touch the apple slices like a lot now, so then now I'm smearing the peanut butter on the bread, and it takes me a while to smear the peanut butter on the bread, just like I'm so fascinated and satisfied of how it looks, the spread of peanut butter. And then I'd put the apple pieces back on top, cut it in half. Like there you go, there's a perfect peanut butter sandwich. And then see if Conan wants the other half, and of course he's gonna be thinking about, no, he kind of really handled those apple slices really good, so I'm good. And yeah, so I start trying to talk to the audience and stuff about what we're gonna be making next, but you can't hear me because I'll be chewing on that sandwich. I'll be talking with my mouth full, and then when I finally finish the sandwich, I'll start like getting prepared for the next thing we're gonna make. And even though you guys couldn't hear what I mumbled while eating, and so Conan's gonna have to be like, whoa, 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 wait, what's next? What's next? What are you gonna do? And then so I have this big mixing bowl out, and I'm just like, it'd be good right now, some brownies. Like, so I'm gonna show you guys how to make the best brownies, and then I'll take out like a regular brownie pack, something you could buy from the store bought, but then I'd start reading the directions, like, oh man, I'm like, yeah, so I start messing around, asking questions about, like, do you think, like, trying to measure out the oil and eggs and stuff, whatever, like, do you think it'd be okay for this or okay for that, asking Conan, like, as if he was a chef. And then I'll be like, hey, are you gonna eat the other piece of sandwich? And I start eating the rest of the sandwich, of course, as I'm making the brownie mix. And then when I put it away, I'm like, oh, don't worry, we have some brownies made already, man. And then like I'll basically pull out of my pocket a brownie wrapped in plastic, like saran wrap plastic. So you all know what that means already. Like, that's a special brownie, that's what they like to call 'em. And so I even make a joke about, like, man, these brownies are so special and delicious. It's just amazing. And I'll be handing it to Conan, expecting him to try it, but of course he's not going to want to try it. And then he'll probably call out one of his assistant, the one that uses edibles, and then like, yeah, they can try it or not, you know, whatever they decide. It's up to them. It probably would be a legit special brownie, just because it's legal now. And so the brownie would be made, and then I'd probably have to make a third dish. And I'll be like, look, this third dish is gonna be a big one. So if you don't got the patience and got the time, this third dish is not quite for you. It's like, Coach go like, wait, what? Go tell the audience something like something that you cook that might not be for them. Well, how does that make any sense? Don't you want them to cook everything you make? So for the third dish, I'd make basically a salad, like something that people wouldn't be expecting. You know, they'd be expecting, okay, he's probably going to pull out a turkey or something and start preparing that. But no, I'd pull out a salad in a salad bowl. That kind of like, or no, what I would do is like pull out a salad bowl and then take out a bag of salad you would buy from the store and just dump it in there and be like, okay, that's going to be our base. And then I'll start handing stuff to Conan to be like, all right, can you chop this up for me, dude? And then like, you know, fruits and veggies, whatever. And then the funny part there would be like I'll be sitting there and just finishing the you know, I just finished the sandwich already and I handed the brownie over, but like um so he's chopping up, and I'm sitting there and I'm pulling out another brownie from my pocket and eating that, just laughing at like what's going on, everything at the audience, like you know, waving to the audience and stuff until Conan will realize, why am I doing your work? You know, and I'm like, man, I don't know, you chop better than me. You got them fine cuts. And then you know, I'll try to persuade him into keep on cutting the vegetables or something to see if it'll work. And if it does, then at the end of that, I could be like, well, that's how you manipulate someone into doing your cooking for you. But if I couldn't, then I'd just be like, you know, well, guys, this is a really flame salad. You got your tomatoes, you got some orange dices. I don't know, it'd have some weird in it. It really would. It wouldn't be a regular salad. It would like the fruits you would see in it. It would be like wait, like there we go. It would be fruits. It wouldn't really be vegetables. It would be more fruits. It would be a fruity salad. What it would be, and and yeah, that's how that skit. The chef man, or what he can call it, is getting baked while baking, because that's what I would be doing. um, yeah, so that's how that skit would go basically. Not the best idea, you know. There's a lot bunch funnier things. Like another idea I have for that show. You know, I'll save that one. I'll save that one because yeah, some of these ideas are pretty priceless. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you guys enjoyed that and all the animations I put in here. You know, this is not a lot of animation, but yeah. And if you like it, hit that like button and tell me what your favorite part of the story was. You know, let me know in the comments. I will reply, of course, 100%. Stay awesome, people.